At the center of this is the 21 families who lost loved ones that day at Robb Elementary. Some of those families say they do feel blindsided by the fact that this video was released, and they're also frustrated by the lack of transparency so far in the investigation. Jesus Rizzo lives in Uvalde. He knows the people and the families impacted by this tragedy, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Rizzo, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. Is the issue with the families feeling blindsided that they weren't told when and how the video would be released, or is it that it's being released at all?
They were told that it was going to be released on Sunday. They communicated with them, and they expected it to be on Sunday. And from what I understand, the immediate family members, they got a phone call stating that from the news reporter stating that it was going to be released pretty, soon. And they started calling each other, texting each other, and of course social media. And then they ended up finding out, that the video was out. Most of the families at that time decided, and they started focusing on this, they decided that it was probably not a good idea to see it at the time. They were mainly concerned, they felt betrayed. They felt that they put the trust in the people that were doing the investigative work, that on Sunday they were going to get the news.
Who do they feel most betrayed by?
They felt betrayed by the news station that came out and said that. They trusted that it was going to be done professionally, in a private setting, no cameras, nothing, just immediate family members. And then it just gets leaked out like this. Some of us kind of expected something like this to happen, because typically things do get leaked out, but we just weren't mentally prepared for that.
It is incredibly difficult to watch, even more so to hear, Jesus. What was the most difficult, most horrifying moment for you as you watched the timeline unfold?
It seems like he was given a lot of opportunity to do basically whatever he wanted, the shooter, to do whatever he wanted. He just kind of strolled on in, took his time. And the police, once they came in, they went towards him, but they just all moved back. And we just can't understand why they would do that. We've asked several people, law enforcement, Vietnam vets, all types of different vets. And they tell us that you're trained to go towards the situation, eliminate the threat, not to run away from the threat.
We've asked this question time and time again, but I'm interested in your thoughts, and also being so close to so many of the families, what accountability looks like. You heard Ali a moment ago say outside law enforcement said they just need to replace the entire police department, that there is no longer any trust. What's the right way forward in your eyes for your community?
It's going to take a lot to rebuild. It's going to take from the get-go, almost like you have to reapply for the job. You have to make sure that this is one of those moments when you decide every morning, when you put on, just like any job, your job, my job, you put on the uniform and you head out to work, you decide, is this something that's for me? Do I put the badge on today, in their case? And this is one of those moments that they have to ask themselves that question. And if it's not for you, it's okay. We respect your decision to step aside, let somebody else that's willing to take that job, apply for that job.
There is so much frustration, and 50 days after this tragedy, there seems to also be a lack of leadership, anyone taking responsibility for the response. There was one shooter, but there were a lot of people in that hallway that day that waited to act. Who do you want to see step out in front of this and help ease the pain of the families and explain exactly what took place and how those decisions were made?
I believe that the governor should be the one to come here. He came here, and I believe it was one time, maybe two times, to discuss certain things, but everybody's kind of been left out in the dark. We just find things out through social media, and we rely on that type of leadership. We go to the mayor. The mayor's trying to do what he can do, but his hands are tied. We don't have a lot of confidence in the district attorney. We're trying to figure out a way to kind of hold her accountable. But I believe that it would start off with the governor. And I believe that from the top down, beginning with the Sheriff Nolasco, the chief of police, Uvalde Police Department with the chief, and just start basically holding them accountable.
We mentioned just a moment ago, Jesus, that the start of school is potentially a month from now. What does that first day look like for so many of these families who are sending kids back into a classroom, having survived this event, but will never forget?
It's concerning. It's almost disheartening. You have the same leadership that was in place, with the school district, Dr. Hall Harrell. The same board, same people in charge, and we're supposed to put our trust and faith in them to do this again. I cannot imagine, I'm pretty close to a lot of the families, but I cannot imagine a parent taking the child and dropping them off with the same babysitter, so to speak, and putting the trust with that same person to protect them. I don't understand why from the get-go they should have suspended people. They should have started from scratch, reevaluate their job description, so to speak, and let them reapply and bring somebody else in from a different department, somebody that can set a different type of expectation and let him or her decide if they fit, someone that would hold a value that could actually go in and do something. But to have the same leadership repost the job and do the same interview, it is beyond comprehension.
Rebuilding that trust is going to take a lot of time, and for some, it may never happen. Jesus, you're giving a voice to so many of these families who are still grieving. We appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.